They climbed in, pressing themselves against the filthy interior. Through a crack, Lila watched as the Reaper entered the alley. It moved unnaturally fast, its blades scraping against the walls. A deep, guttural clicking sound came from its featureless head. Lila bit down on her fist to keep from crying out. The Reaper stopped. It turned its head toward the dumpster. The clicking grew louder. Jonah tensed, his hand gripping the knife. The two locked eyes. If it opened the lid, they were dead. Suddenly, a scream echoed from the next street over. The Reaper paused, its head tilting as if listening. Then it sprinted away, its bladed arms slicing through anything in its path. Jonah exhaled shakily. That was too close. "Someone's out there," Lila said, her voice trembling. "We can't help them," Jonah replied. "You know that." But the scream had pierced something in Lila. She wasn't ready to let someone die without trying. Ignoring Jonah's protests, she climbed out of the dumpster and crept toward the street. Jonah cursed under his breath but followed. They found the source of the scream near the remnants of a hardware store. A young woman was pinned beneath rubble, her leg bent at an unnatural angle. Her eyes widened as Lila and Jonah approached. "Help me," she gasped. "We have to hurry," Jonah said, already lifting the debris. The woman whimpered in pain as Lila pulled her free. Then came the sound they dreaded most, the clatter of blades against the pavement. "No, no, no," Jonah whispered. He pulled the woman to her feet, but she collapsed, her injured leg unable to hold her weight. The Reaper rounded the corner, its crimson slit glowing brighter as it locked onto them. "Run!" Jonah shouted, hoisting the woman over his shoulder. Lila sprinted ahead, her heart pounding. The Reaper followed, its limbs cutting through cars and lampposts as if they were paper. They ducked into an old movie theater, its once grand marquee shattered in dark. Jonah set the woman down behind the concession stand. "We can't keep running with her," he said. "We're not leaving her," Lila snapped. The clicking sound echoed through the theater. The Reaper was inside. Jonah gripped his knife, his knuckles white. "I'll distract it. Get her out of here." "No," Lila said. "We stick together." The Reaper appeared at the end of the hallway, its blades slicing into the walls as it advanced. Jonah looked at Lila, his face filled with grim determination. "Go!" Before she could protest, he charged at the creature, screaming to draw its attention. The Reaper lunged, its blade arcing toward him. Jonah dodged, slashing at its leg. The blade skittered off the creature's metallic surface, leaving only a faint scratch. "Jonah!" Lila screamed as the Reaper's arms swung down, slicing into his shoulder. Blood sprayed across the floor. Jonah crumpled but managed to stab the creature in the torso. It let out a piercing screech, staggering backward. "Run!" he shouted. Tears streaming down her face, Lila grabbed the woman and fled. Behind her, she heard Jonah's screams and the sickening sound of flesh being torn apart. They didn't stop running until they were miles away. Collapsing in an abandoned bus, Lila sobbed into her hands. The woman tried to comfort her, but Lila couldn't shake the image of Jonah's lifeless body. The Reapers would keep hunting. There was no escape. But as Lila gripped the knife Jonah had given her, she swore she would survive. For him, for the people they'd lost. The world belonged to the Reapers now. But as long as she breathed, she'd fight, like and follow.